Prison, a place where hope dies, where men are reduced to numbers, where the walls close in and freedom becomes a distant memory. But one man, one quiet, brilliant, and patient man, refused to let the walls define him. This is the story of Andy Dufresne, a banker wrongly convicted of murder, who spent nearly 2 decades inside Shawshank State Penitentiary. He faced brutality, corruption, and injustice. Yet he never lost sight of one thing: freedom. And when the time came, he pulled off one of the greatest escapes in history. A crime he didn't commit, a life sentence. In 1947, Andy Dufresne, a successful banker, was sent to Shawshank for the murder of his wife and her lover. The evidence, circumstantial. The verdict, guilty. The punishment, 2 life sentences. Shawshank was no ordinary prison. It was a world of its own, a place where violence was common, hope was rare, and power belonged to the corrupt. And Andy, he was a fish in a tank full of sharks. Ellis Redding, better known as Red, was the man who could get things. He'd seen plenty of men come and go, but Andy? He was different, quiet, observant. And one day he made a simple request that would change everything: a rock hammer. Andy wasn't just carving rocks. He was carving out his place in Shawshank. But not everyone was a friend. The Sisters, a gang of violent inmates, saw him as an easy target. And for years, Andy endured their brutality, but he never broke. But Andy had something others didn't: knowledge. He knew money, taxes, and loopholes. And in a place like Shawshank, that was power. Soon, he was handling financial affairs for the guards, the warden, and even helping to launder dirty money. He turned Shawshank into his own personal bank. But behind the paperwork, behind the obedient smile, he was plotting something much bigger. For 19 years, Andy chipped away at the walls of his cell. Night after night, handful by handful, he dug a tunnel and hid the evidence behind a simple poster. Then on a stormy night in 1966, he vanished. Through a tunnel of filth and darkness, crawling 500 yards through a sewage pipe, Andy Dufresne found freedom. And the next morning, Shawshank woke up to the greatest prison break it had ever seen. Andy didn't just escape. He took down the very system that kept him locked up. He exposed the corruption, the money laundering, and the crimes of Shawshank's leaders. The warden, he took the coward's way out. The guards, arrested, and Red, he finally found hope. Andy's journey wasn't just about escaping prison. It was about escaping despair. And in the end, he did more than break free. He found peace. On a quiet beach in Zihuatanejo, far from the walls of Shawshank, Andy Dufresne started his life anew. Andy Dufresne isn't just a character, he's a symbol. He reminds us that no matter how dire the circumstances, we have the power to change our lives. So, what do you think? Is Andy Dufresne one of the greatest characters of all time? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification. Thanks for watching, and remember, get busy living or get busy dying. See you next time.